Hi everyone, today I'm going to talk about education in cities skylines. So a lot of you, when you start, will be, very inclined to build schools and everything, like elementary school, high school, university. Well, when you start, it's basically elementary school and high school, and then so on will be to university. But the thing is, the biggest mistake that most people do is that um, let's say it says eligible 501, 501. So in your head, you're gonna say, "Oh, really? So I'm gonna try to have 500, 500 people who go to school." Yeah, you know what I mean. So you're gonna build an elementary school right here, like I just did, and it says the capacity is 219, right? Well, it depends also how much you put into scholarship. So here is like 85%. So if you put 100%, it's gonna change to more people, right? You can go all the way up to whatever. But the question is, should I should I bring 500 people to elementary school? The answer is no. You don't want to do that. Why? Because you see, right now you need to have when you build your town or your city, uh, you're going to build industries, and when you start the industries, most of the time it's going to require uneducated workers. You understand? So the thing is, if you don't have enough uneducated workers, uh, that's not, your industry will not operate. Now, you're gonna say, yeah, but what about the educated ones? They're gonna come, and replace those that's missing. Yes, that's true. But see, this is the point. The thing is, if you put more educated workers to replace your uneducated ones, what happens is that when you're building, when you're gonna have commerce, or in the future, when you're gonna have commerce or industries that requires educated people, all the educated people will leave these industries, like those, like those cheap industries that requires uneducated. And when these guy leaves, these buildings, all these buildings, they're gonna say, "Oh, we don't have enough workers." Of course you don't, because all the educated one who replaced the uneducated one, they all left. You know what I mean? So see, this guy have six. So these six guys, they're gonna leave in the future because you didn't have enough uneducated workers. You have more educated than uneducated, right? And these educated one, when you have higher building, higher valued commerce or industries in the future, because you will, when they level up, all these guys gonna leave. So that's gonna be a big problem, and your revenues. See, my revenues at plus 5,000. That's pretty good, actually. That's very amazing. This is gonna go down, and you'll be like, how come I'm not making any money? Because nobody's working in your factories and stuff, right? And in your commerce as well. Same thing with the commerce. So commerce, let's say, I don't know, this guy over here, these are like level 1 commerce. See, they need uneducated workers, so they have 3 here and 3 here. It does operate, but when this guy leaves, your commerce, your drugstore, whatever, they're going to be in deep trouble. You understand? Well, that's why you're going to say, so how many should I bring to school, to elementary school at start? Well, that's the thing. See, me, I have the capacity at 219 right now, but let me see. I should bring it down. And to bring it down, to bring down the capacities, to bring down the budget that you pour into the school. So basically, I'm going to bring it down to 75%. Meaning, when you go back to my school, wait, let's see. So that's 219 capacity. Wait, now it's 260, 171. See, it went down to 171 capacity. So all these students that are like the maximum amount is of students that can go to elementary is 171, which means you're gonna have less educated people, but you're gonna have more uneducated people from your city, because right now in your city you have 6,000. So if you go here, so you say you have 69%, 31% educated, so 69% out of 6,000. So you have to calculate in your head, so 69%, that's like 70%, it's almost like 4,000 uneducated. So you roughly have 4,000 uneducated, and then you got to calculate. Well, you don't want to do that, but you kind of calculate with your zoning, and you're like, so I have this, I have this over there. So, you know, you gotta calculate, you know, this is not something you want to calculate one by one. It'll take you forever. But just to let you know, you see, that's how you manage the thing. So 69%, 70, 75% uneducated when you start is very good. And then 20 to 30% educated is very good when you start. Now, that's when you start. But when the more you know, when you gradually level up your city, everything is gonna change. So you know, everything's gonna change. So basically, you can decide to remove all the you know, like what do you call this, the industrial zone, like the lower one, and all you're gonna replace them with only office zone and stuff. You know what I mean? So high density commercial zone, like when you get a high density, you're gonna require educated and universe, you know, like people who are well educated and highly educated. You know what I'm saying? So right now I only have low density zone, so which is why this is the most important part of the game, because if you don't, your revenue will not be high enough, and you will have a hard time to build your city because you need to make money at the start. And right now I own money because I took a loan, and the loan is freaking 66,000. I still own 43,000, but I'm making profit of 6,495. You know, that's pretty freaking amazing. And also the other thing, I just want to pitch this in there. You see these things here, power usage, water usage. You don't want to use these things, because if you use these two, how you call it again? Indic policies. Yeah, if you use your two policies, it's gonna reduce the amount you gain by a lot. So instead of making 6,000, you may make around 1,500, and that's a big issue, because this, you want to use this later game. I'd say maybe later game, you know, like when you make a lot of money, so you could use that. But right now I don't recommend to use these two over here. Okay, smoke detector is fine. Well, I use that because there's a lot of well, from this is acceptable to me, personally. It's acceptable because I don't have enough fire department, and I don't want people to burn their houses and industries and stuff. Recycling is very good as well, because when you early game garbage thingy, you know, yeah, I only have two. Sorry, I have one over here, and I have one over here. So if I don't use that policy here on recycling, garbage gonna pile up, and that's gonna be a huge issue. See, right now I only have one complaint, few complaints, 1 and 2 over here, and you know, that's on 6,000. That's very good actually. And police, I mean thief, I only have 2. You know, that's good deal. Also, oh well, since we're there, if you want to manage your budget, taxes, make sure you have the low density residential zone at 12%, and these two over here, commercial and industrial, at 13%. You want to make sure you do that. It's super important. If you don't do that, you're missing money. All right. Budget, you see, I don't put everything at 100%, so you got to manage those things as well. I'm not going to talk about these, but the way I look at it carefully, the way I managed it, like you see this guy, I have it like at 50%, the healthcare here. So if I go with my healthcare people, I only have, okay, that's my elder care. Okay, that's okay. That's not the one I wanted. Where's my hospital? Clinic, I mean. No, not this one. The clinic. Oh, there it is. So yeah, I only have one clinic. Okay. Where is it? Okay, medical. So, see, I'm losing 1 ambulance out of 2. What does that mean? It means that a lot. I can tell by, you know, I can tell by just looking at my map. Nobody's dying and nobody's like suffering or anything. So I'm okay with bringing the budget down to 50%, so I'm saving money. Same thing with firemen and police. I leave it at 77%. You know, and then you have to manage a school and etc. 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 You understand? So this is very important if you want to make money. So back to so yeah, and you need a cemetery if you can. That's very important. If you don't have cemetery, you're going to be in deep trouble. So back to school. So scholarship. This is how it works. In order to evolve gradually and efficiently, you got to make sure you have enough uneducated and enough educated, but that goes with the amount of people that you allow to go to school. You know, like right now I just made a high school, so only 570 can go out of 625, you know. And for school over here, elementary school, only 171 are allowed out of 210. Understand? So doing this way, I still have a lot of uneducated people to actually work in my factories and low residential factories and low commerce, low residential commerce, low commerce, sorry. So yeah, so that's how it works, guys. So make sure you don't over educate people, and as you grow, everything might change, so you got to make sure everything is balanced. All right, guys. So thanks for watching, and please like and subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video. Peace.